What is good, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and I'm back at you with another video. Today's video is going to be about the new map, the Tomb on Zombies. This will be the solo walkthrough. You can do this with the squad, but this is how you do it solo. Same steps with the squad, just probably be a little bit easier. Before we get into it, I want to thank you guys so much for hitting 1,000 subscribers. That is crazy. I appreciate the support so much. But let's get into this walkthrough. The first thing we're going to start off with is the loadout that I use. For the loadout, the only gun I would suggest using is the ASG-89 shotgun. This thing is very powerful for the boss fight. It is the best gun that you can use right now. Hopefully they don't nerf it or do anything, but as of right now, this is the best gun. The suppressor for the muzzle, the CHF barrel, the Ranger foregrip, extended mag 2, CQB grip, light stock, tactical razor, and rapid fire. This is going to be the best setup for this weapon. Field upgrade, I would highly suggest using Ether Shroud solo or with a group. Gobblegums, I would suggest if you have it, Perkaholic, Hidden Power, Idolize, Killjoy, and Free Fire are shields up are some super good Gobblegums that you can use. I think the best one that you can use is definitely Idolize. This is going to help a lot if you have it. For the augments on Ether Shroud, if you're playing solo, I'd use Burst Dash and Extra Charge. If you're playing with a group, I'd use Group Shroud and still keep Extra Charge. Now let's get into the walkthrough. Alright, before you can start this main quest, you are going to have to get to round 8. As you can see, I start off with the AR. I end up switching to the LMG. Eventually, this took me about 3 tries to beat. This is probably the hardest boss fight out of all the maps so far. If you want to speed things up to round 8, just turn on the Rampage Inducer. Turn it off on round 7. Once you get to round 8, I will show you what to do. You can head through this door to the left before you get to round 8 at the spawn. Once you're through this door, just head all the way down to this door. Open this one up. Head all the way down to the right and you will run into another door at the very right. Go open this door. Once you open this door, head out here. You will see a podium in the middle right here. Head up to the podium. Just interact with it with square or X. Once you interact with it, it is going to open a doorway to the Dark Ether. Do not worry about that. Just get to round 8 first. Once you get to round 8, a Shock Mimic will appear. Just defeat him. Once you defeat this Shock Mimic, he will drop a monocle. Go ahead and pick this monocle up. This will be the first step in building the ice staff. To get the first part of the staff, you want to find this painting on the wall in the catacombs. You're going to have to get the stone that is glowing over here. There will be a few different locations where this stone can spawn, like right there, and then right here where you see it. Since it is not in the right spot, go ahead and shoot it if it's not in the right spot for you. It will take about 30 to 45 seconds to spawn again. You might have to shoot the stone 2, 3, even 4 times to get it to the right spot over by the painting on the wall. Just keep shooting it until it gets to that area. Once it gets to the correct spot right here by the painting, you will see the painting glowing now. It's going to have these symbols kind of like Roman numerals that you will have to shoot in order from 1 to 10 to get the wall to spawn the piece for the staff. I will show you how to do this with a cheat sheet. Here is that cheat sheet for you, 1 through 10. The symbols will always be the same, so just take your time and shoot them in the correct order. If you do end up messing up, do not worry, it will turn red for a second and then it will let you continue. Pause the video if you have to. Once you shoot them all in the correct order, it will show you the full picture. Your screen will flash light. You are going to have 4 waves of zombies that you have to fend off, and once you defeat all 4, it's 4 or 5 waves, but they're pretty easy to beat, especially if you're on the easier rounds. Just go ahead and get all these waves done. Once you beat all the waves, your screen will flash white. Go ahead and go to the painting on the wall. You will have a max ammo and you will have the first piece of the ice staff. The last piece of the ice staff will be in this room right here with the bowl on the wall. You want to get the crystal right here. So it might spawn right here. If it is, shoot it. It can also spawn over here. Just make sure you get it to the one spot I showed you. Once you get the crystal to this spot, the bowl will now glow with those symbols. You're just going to have to shoot them in order. This time there is only 8 on the bull. It is the same exact symbol, so just rewind in the video and go back to the cheat sheet and just shoot all 8 in order. Once you do that, you will have another wave of zombies that you will have to defeat. Your screen will flash white again once you shoot all 8 symbols in the correct order, and you will have another 4 or 5 wave of zombies. Once you beat them, you will get the last piece of the staff. Once that last wave is defeated, go ahead and pick up the last piece of the staff along with the max ammo that it gives you. Now that you have both pieces for the ice staff, head into a dark ether portal. There is 4 around the map. Once you get into the dark ether, head up to this platform, interact with this right here. You will start building the ice staff. Once you do, it is going to start a wave of zombies. There's going to be a bunch of zombies that chase you. You don't have to really worry about those ones. You can just train them. The ones that you have to worry about have a purple smoke coming off of them. They will attack the ice staff. Make sure you don't let them fully deplete the health on the ice staff, otherwise you will have to do it again. You have to do this for about 60 seconds. Once you defend the ice staff for about 60 seconds, you will see this flash of light showing that you have completed it. Run up to it, pick it up. Now that we have the ice staff, we're gonna have to upgrade this to get to the next part of the main quest. Now to upgrade the staff, we're gonna head into this room where stamina up is. There's gonna be a crystal in here that could spawn there. It can spawn right there, right here, or even right here. Where it is spawned right now is where you want to try to get it, where I have it on the ceiling. If you cannot get it to spawn there, the next best thing is this right here. Just shoot it till it gets to a place you want. There's going to be another crystal that spawns out here, right there, right there, right there. It can also spawn down here on one of these stone pillars by quick revive. You're going to want to shoot this crystal till you either get it right here or right where I have it right here. Now just up these stairs, there is going to be one last crystal that you want to position. It can spawn where I have it right here, right there. It can also spawn right here on the ceiling. You're going to want to shoot this one to move it to this one right here closest to the door, because you are going to have to shoot all 3 crystals relatively fast. I think 10 seconds, otherwise you will not get the next part to upgrade the staff. Once you get all 3 stones in a good spot, take out your ice staff, shoot the first one, run to the second one as fast as you can. Make sure you have PhD flopper and stamina up. Run to the last one, shoot it as fast as you can. If you do it fast enough, you will get this piece of dialogue. If you do not get this piece of dialogue, it means you did not do it fast enough, so you will have to go and shoot the crystals and move them again to another spot. Once you get the dialogue and you do it fast enough, go ahead and head back into the dark ether so we can get this ice staff upgraded. Now that you're back in the dark ether, you will have to find 3 floating rocks in the sky that have symbols on them. They will be glowing. Go ahead and shoot it once you find it. Once you shoot one of them, it will lower. Make sure you do this with all 3 of them. Once you get all 3 rocks, make sure you memorize the symbols. If you have to, take a picture or screenshot. Once you get all 3 rocks, one of the portals in the dark ether will close. So if you want to, figure out which one it is in the dark ether, but if you can't, just go ahead and head out of the dark ether, and once you're back, go and find that portal. Now go find the portal that closed for you. Mine was in the spawn, and this is why you have to memorize those 3 symbols, because you will have to shoot them on the door in order to get the portal back open. Go ahead and shoot those 3 symbols. Make sure you shoot them correctly. Once you do, it will glow yellow and open the portal for you. Go ahead and go through the portal. If you got the correct symbols on the door, you will spawn on this ledge. Go ahead and just interact with the purple ball. It will start to float away. Just follow it. If you happen to shoot the symbols incorrectly once you enter the portal, it will end up dropping you down to your death. And if you don't have a quick revive, your game will be over. So make sure you shoot them correctly. Otherwise, you'll have to go through another round and do it again. If you did do it correctly, though, follow the floating orb around and kill the zombies to put their souls into it. Make sure you keep up with it and do not lose it. If you let it get too far away from you, it will end and you will have to do it again. You'll have to go through another round to get to it again. Now, it will spawn special zombies, so just watch out for them. You'll get some doppelgas, mimics. Just keep an eye out. Make sure you follow it. Do not let it get too far ahead. Once you follow it to the platform, your screen will flash white. You will be able to upgrade your staff. Go ahead and switch to the staff and then interact with this right here. Just hold the interact button and it will upgrade it. Now that your staff is upgraded, we can do the last part of the quest before the boss fight. This last part has 4 steps to it, so what you're gonna have to do in the Dark Aether is find this vermin statue, switch to the staff, press left on D-pad and shoot it, pick up the glowing orb. You are gonna want to find the blue portal and exit through the blue portal. Once you go through that blue portal, it will put you in the spawn. Go ahead and head down to the bottom to this glowing vermin statue. You will not be able to interact with this statue if you are on a vermin round, so wait till you're on a normal zombie round. Once you're on a normal zombie round, go ahead and interact with the statue. It is going to start a wave of vermin. There is going to be a lot of vermin, so stay on the move. Do not get trapped in a corner. If they overwhelm you, go ahead and use your Aether Shroud to get them off you. You're going to have to shoot a bunch of them, but once you shoot enough, it will end the wave. Once that wave is over, go back to the statue, interact with the ether that's glowing on the statue. You're going to have to run it to a different portal. That one will be closed. Make sure you do not get hit along the way, because if you get hit too many times, you will drop it and you will have to do the wave of vermin over again. Once you get back in the ether, head back to the vermin statue and interact with it. You will be done with this one. Now for the second part, you're going to want to find the parasite statue. Go ahead and shoot it with the ice staff, the healing part of the ice staff, which you just press left on the D-pad to get to when you have the ice staff out. Look for the yellow portal and go through the yellow portal. Once you get out of the portal, just head forward to the parasite statue, interact with it. It is going to spawn a bunch of parasite in the sky that are glowing. Let the parasites get close to the statue. They will drop orbs. Go ahead and just pick it up. Just run over it to pick it up. Take it back to the statue. You're going to have to do this a bunch of times, like 10 to 15 times, if not more. But just keep killing the parasites, keep picking up the orbs, take them to the statue. Once you get enough orbs into the statue, your screen will flash white like that. Go ahead and interact with the statue. You will have to take it to a different portal, as that one will be closed now. Make sure you do not get hit. Once you're back in the Dark Aether, go to the parasite statue, interact with it. You will be done with the second part. Go ahead and shoot it. Pick up the orb again, find the green portal and go through the green portal. Once you're out of the portal, head to Speed Cola, interact with the Doppelgas statue. Once you interact with it, it is going to spawn Doppelgas. It's only going to spawn one at a time. Just watch out for the lasers on the floor because they will hurt you. Just make sure you defeat the Doppelgas. Once you defeat him, it's going to spawn another one. It's only going to spawn them one at a time, but it's going to be like 5 or 6 different Doppelgas that you'll have to defeat. Make sure you watch out for those spike traps on the floor too, as they will slow you down. Once you defeat that last Doppelgas, go ahead and interact with the statue, pick up the ether. Make sure you do not get hit on the way to a different portal. Once you're back in the ether, go ahead and interact with the Doppelgas statue. You will be done with the third part now. Now for the last part, go ahead and interact with the Amalgam statue. Just do the same thing. Shoot it with the ice staff. Grab the ether. Look for the red portal and head through that. Once you get out of the portal, head all the way down to the bottom by Quick Revive. Interact with the statue. Once you place the ether, it is going to spawn an Amalgam. You're going to want to defeat the Amalgam. Once you are shooting him and you do enough damage, he will tether to a zombie and have an immune shield. Just make sure you kill the zombie he's tethered to. Once you do that, you will be able to damage him again. Once you defeat him, your screen will flash white real quick. Go ahead and pick up the ether from the statue. Run it back to a different portal than you came through, because you will not be able to get through that one. And again, just make sure you do not get hit too many times. Once you're back in the ether, go ahead and interact with the Amalgam statue again. That is the fourth and final part. This is pretty much boss fight point. You will see these beams glowing. It will shoot down over here to the back of the area. Once you interact with this, it will be boss fight and you will not be able to go back. So I suggest that you get your gun to Pack-a-Punch 3, legendary, do what you gotta do. You know, bring a mutant injection kill streak in with you is a good suggestion, because this is a very hard boss fight. So if you can, bring Idolize, Free Fire, Killjoy, whatever you can, just make sure you're kitted out. Once you're ready, head over to the podium right here, interact with it. It is going to build you a bridge to take you over to the boss fight. Go ahead and cross the bridge. Go down to where the artifact is and interact with it to start the boss fight. Now this is a different boss fight than you're used to. You are going to be fighting the artifact. You're not fighting a normal boss like all the other maps. So the artifact is going to turn orange and it is going to shoot a laser all across in a circle. Just make sure you avoid the laser. It's going to go from the bottom floor to the top floor, back to the bottom floor. If the laser does hit you, it slows you down and does a lot of damage. What I found works best is actually just staying down at the bottom. Don't even worry about the top. The laser cannot go through the walls at the bottom, so you'll be safe behind these walls when it is going around. Just make sure you dodge it. After a couple minutes, the artifact will turn purple from orange. Make sure you shoot the artifact while it is purple. You cannot damage it while it is orange. If you do enough damage while it is purple, it will take damage from the boss's health. And once you do that damage, you will see the health drops just a little bit. It will spawn a max ammo in the center where the artifact is once it touches the ground. So make sure you go grab that max ammo. Now there is going to be 2 artifacts and they're both going to shoot lasers. Same thing again, just stay at the bottom, run around, avoid the lasers. It's going to take a couple minutes, but eventually they will turn purple again. Once the artifact turns purple again, I use Aether Shroud. Make sure you're only shooting one. Do not shoot both of them at the same time. Focus on one. Once you damage that one, if you have enough time, you can get the second one completely damaged too. If you don't get the second one, don't worry. You only need to damage one, but if you damage both of them in the second step, you will skip one step. Skip step 3 and go to step 4. There will be 4 artifacts if you do that. If you don't, there will be 3, but again, it's going to shoot 4 laser beams now, so just stay at the bottom and avoid them. Once the 4 artifacts turn purple, use Aether Shroud again if you have it. You only have to damage one this time, so do not worry about damaging more than one. Once you damage that one, you will not be able to shoot the other ones, and you will be on round 5. Round 5 is going to be a little bit tougher. Round 5 is going to spawn a bunch of special zombies, Doppelgas and Amalgam, so make sure you take them out before you do anything else, but it's also going to spawn a heavy zombie with the artifact over his head. Do not let this heavy zombie with the artifact over his head hit you. He is very tanky, he takes a lot of damage, and he will one-shot you if you let him hit you, but like I said, make sure you kill the specials and just focus on him. Do not let him hit you. But once you do get him down, the artifact will drop. Now, you only have a certain amount of time before the artifacts in the middle turn purple. If they turn purple for too long and you don't get the artifact off the heavy zombie, you will have to start the round over again, which means the Doppelgas and Amalgam will spawn again, and a new heavy zombie will spawn with full health. So just make sure you're doing it as quick as possible. Once you defeat that heavy zombie, go ahead and use the Aether Shroud and put as much damage into the artifact as you can. If you do, one of them will go ghost and the other one will go back to the middle, and you will be done with round 5. Now round 6 is going to be very similar to round 5, but this time it's going to be a Doppelgas with the artifact over its head. Go ahead and just make sure he does not hit you. Same thing, just keep your distance from him. But once you get him down, he will drop that artifact as well. And you're going to have to do the same thing. I use Aether Shroud to make sure I can damage this artifact super quick. Now, round 7 is going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be a Shock Mimic with the artifact over its head. Make sure you're using the Ice Staff fully charged and just shoot the ground to help with the zombies. There's also going to be a few Doppelgas with artifacts that are glowing over their head. You don't really have to worry about those ones, but again, keep your distance from the Shock Mimic. Just take them out. If you have your Aether Shroud, once you take them out, go ahead and use that Aether Shroud. After you take the Shock Mimic out, do the same thing and just damage the artifact until it splits into 2. Now, round 8 is going to be very similar to the other couple rounds where you have a boss with the artifact over its head. This time it's going to be an Amalgam. If you have Idle Eyes, I suggest using it. This is the last round that you have to defeat an enemy with the artifact over its head. There is 2 Doppelgas with clear artifacts. Make sure you take those out first. Once you get those, go up to the Amalgam, take the Amalgam out. Once you take the Amalgam out, he's going to drop the artifact right there. Make sure you damage it. This is the last one that you have to damage. Once you do this, they're all going to go to the middle. Once all the artifacts get to the middle, it's going to push an artifact up these stairs into this wall right here. Once it pushes it into the wall, make sure you damage it as quick as possible. If you do not do this fast enough, it will kill you and end the game, and you will fail and have to start from the very beginning. But if you do this fast enough, you will complete the Easter egg, the main quest, whatever you want to call it. You will be able to go interact with the artifact down in the middle right here on the podium. Once you interact with the artifact, you will be done. It will be complete. It will take you to the end cutscene. I hope this walkthrough was helpful. If you guys would please like, comment, and subscribe, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.